Do you give in just for peace? I had a parent the other day. I was listening to a conversation, and he was asked, do you ever give in to your kids? And he said, absolutely. He said, because I need some peace around my house. Now, this guy's a 20-year vet, retired from the military, and his 5 and 7-year-old are running his house. Running his house. Once your kids, and I can say this because I have kids that are 26, 23, and 20. They were very respectful and going off and doing good things. But my wife and I started as soon as they were born with making them take responsibility and also with discipline. But that second, that moment that you decide that you're going to give in, you've just given complete control to your kids. And I see this being on a school board, being in an area where parents, and my wife's a kindergarten teacher, where parents give control of their homes to their children just so they can get some peace and quiet. Whenever I say, giving over control, that means when the kid whines and cries and you just give them an iPad, or they whine and cry because they don't want to eat dinner, they want something different. At that moment right there, the kid's in charge of the house. And the problem is, where do you think this leads to in life? What happens is once they get a little bit older and they don't get their way, they whine, they bitch, they moan, they complain, and more often than not, they just quit. Or they refuse to take on any type of a challenge that they're not 100% sure that they're going to win at. So the limiting scope just gets smaller and smaller and smaller for these people, and they end up living in your basement. So you got to be careful about how you give the power away, because when you're giving it away, you're giving all your control, all of your life, all of your happiness. And when you say that you give away, into your kids for peace, you don't think a 5-year-old understands that? These kids are way smarter than what you know. They will manipulate the hell out of you. I see it every day. Take control. And the problem is the longer you let it go, the harder it is to reel that back in. So if you're a new parent, start when they're little. Don't wait till they're 5 and 6. Do it at 5 and 6 weeks, and just start that philosophy, that discipline, and how you want to raise your kid. Whenever they are 1 year old, treat them the way that you'd want them to be acting when they're 12 years old. You'll have successful kids. At least you'll be on that track.